automatically be where I am. I'm sorry. I should be more sensitive to where you are on your Christian journey. When we get home, we'll look up all the scriptures that I was just talking about. And then we could set a meeting to talk to the bishop. We could go as a family this time. Hear the word of God straight from the man of God himself. What do you think?
Miranda, I think I just need some time to think on my own.
Oh, no you don't, baby. No, you don't. That's just an opportunity for the devil to sneak into your thoughts. Come on, let's just go home. I will leave my meeting early. I'll run you a nice bath. I'll put on that thing you like. And we will forget all about this. I have a feeling we'll be in service tomorrow and God's going to show up and heal all this.
I don't want to keep running from this.
We're not running, baby. We're just waiting on the Lord.
Whatever.
Come on, sweetheart. Can you check me out kind of fast? I'm in a hurry. And that has a scratch on it. Do you think I could get it for like half off, 50%, some kind of discount?
No, ma'am. You can't get it for half off. There are no 50% discounts. There are no weekend specials. There are no coupons. You know why? You're in a Dollar Tree. Now, for the longest time, I cannot understand how you could not get this. You know, you charge the lowest amount of money possible that you can possibly charge someone while maintaining an ounce, and I do mean just an ounce of dignity, and charge that for every single item, no matter what it is in the store. Like I said before, I could not figure out how you could not get this. And at first, I thought you might be a retard or something. But you don't seem like the short yellow bus types. So then, I happened to overhear the conversation between you and your husband, and it hit me. You don't understand anything unless it's translated into Christian. So, I've decided to give this a try. Blowing kisses on sweet baby Jesus. Everything is undone. Come in here. If he wanted to pet food for his pet dogs, it would be $1. If he decided to surprise one of his disciples with a new strap for his overworn sandals, $1. If he needed a case of water to turn into wine, next door where they're overcharging people anyway, turn over their menu tables, grab a penny, and come back. If you're not afford our prices, I suggest that you go to God on behalf of yourself and contact Kayeen. Deliverance from the slave plantation that you must be employed upon. But if you happen to have at least a minimum wage job or sell enough drugs to get by, I'm going to ask you to look at all of our signs anytime you have a question, because I'm not answering them anymore.
I'll speak to your manager.
I am the manager, ma'am. We're pretty short-staffed and all, since we charge only $1.
Well, I would never come back to this store again. If I didn't have a meeting, I would take all this stuff and put it right back on the shelf.
It's $19.22. Thank you.
And you just don't let her talk to me like that? I forgive you.
It's
a great son.
I do. Yeah, I do, don't I?
Devontae's over there talking to 2 other members. You're welcome to go and get him if you like.
Oh no, looks like he's in pretty deep conversation. I'll let them finish.
You know what? It's hard not to get into deep conversation when you're talking to Delonte.
Believe me, I know. A college student called the house the other day, and he was debating him over Cornel West's theory.
Really?
Absolutely. The poor guy just called to welcome him to campus, and he asked Delonte if he had any questions. Delonte asked him what his major was, and it was over from there.
Impressive. Does he get that from you?
No, he gets it from his mother.
Delonte's told me about his mom. You know, I'm sure a woman that smart wouldn't marry a dumb man.
He told you about his mother?
Yes. He says I remind him of her.
I don't know what to say.
Well, don't worry. I'm very clear about setting very clear boundaries. I won't let it get too unhealthy for me. But you know what? I'm sure Delonte got some of his brain power from you, though.
I put on a good show, don't I? But I'm not much of the intellectual type. I'm actually a minister.
As if you can't be both?
Honestly, it feels that way.
So then which one are you, Mr. Kwame? Are you an intellectual pretending to be a minister? Or a minister pretending to be an intellectual?
I don't know. That's not fair.
I don't like when people say that.
What? That's not fair? Why?
Because it implies that things were always supposed to be fair from the beginning.
So, what do you tell your members?
That God is fair. Most times, that's where I start.
Where do you end?
That depends on the conversation.
What about this conversation?
This conversation doesn't count. You're not looking for comfort.
Are you sure? Anyways, what kind of church is this anyway? From the outside, it can as easily look like a liquor store.
Oh, were you disappointed?
A little. For a second, I thought you were Catholic.
No. Altar boys, they aren't my type.
So, you're into the more intellectual types like the Cornel West's, huh?
Or Tavis Smilers, Michael Eric Dysons, Harry Belafontes. Girls gotta be picky. I gotta know what I want.
They say your choices are pretty slim.
That's true. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. I guess. So, what do you want, Mr. Kwame?
I want you to stop calling me Mr.
I was just trying to be polite.
I think we're past all that.
Really? Why?
Yeah, you don't strike me to be big on formalities.
I was trying to make an exception.
You are an exception. You don't have to make one.
I don't know how to take that.
I don't know how I gave it.
You're a man. You should be sure of things before you say them.
I was sure of a lot of things before I got in here.
Well then, I owe you an apology.
I think you do.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Save it for next time.
Who says there'll be a next time?
Me. I'm a man, remember? I should be sure of the things that I know of.
Well, are you sure about anything else?
I'm sure I shouldn't talk about things that I'm not sure of.
Well, I'm sure that you can do a lot of other things than talk.
I can, actually. Dad!
Hey, Dad, let me introduce you to Minister Sarah.
How do you do?
How do you do?
So, you want to go home? feel me, your love saint.
Let's go home, boy. I don't know the next time I'll see you.
I'll see you on Sunday. Your son invited me.
Really?
I've changed my mind.
No kidding.
I thought you wanted me to come.
I did, but obviously you need some extra motivation.
So, I see you in church on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you will.
Okay. I see you there.
I'll see you then.
So, you gonna tell me the deal now? Is Minister Sarabi like your long-lost high school girlfriend or something?
No, I've never met her before.
Come on, Dad. You don't gotta lie. We all saw what happened back then. You been seeing each other? You been stepping out on Miranda?
No, I've never met her before. Today's the first time I've ever laid eyes on her.
I'm not stupid, Dad.
I've never met her.
Then how did you end up almost kissing her? That isn't exactly normal procedure for meeting somebody in the sanctuary.
I don't know. 1 minute we were having a normal conversation, and the next.
And the next, you two were getting ready to rip each other's clothes on and get down on the communion table.
It was like me, Kenyatta, all over again. Oh my gosh. What did I just do?
Dad, calm down, okay? You freaking out.
I'm a deacon at the largest church in town, and a group of people almost saw me lip lock with a woman that's not my wife. Of course I'm freaking out.
Well, you know you're in good company. Men of the cloth usually have reputation like these.
Not me. I will not be a hypocrite. Don't you ever accuse me of that anymore. Do you understand me?
But Dad,
Do you understand me?
yes, sir.
I'm sorry. It's bad enough you're already doubting the church. I would not be the fuel for the flame that you already have. I just have to figure this out.
You know, there's an easy solution, right? Just run and catch Minister Sarabi, tell her not to come to church on Sunday, and that you never, ever want to see her again.
That would be the easiest thing to do.
You're not going to do it, are you?
I'm screwed.
Looks that way, Dad. It looks that way.
Natasha is not leading praise and worship as long as I have anything to do with it. Sounding like a contestant of Sunday's worst. Plus, there's a stain on the cloth of the communion table that nobody wants to wash out after that service. And Bishop doesn't have any more chamomile tea. Well, what is that box full of tea bags in the kitchen?
Girl, that's peppermint tea. You know he drinks that after he preached with the Cuban shot. Before, it's the chamomile with the lemon and half teaspoon of honey.
You are so right.
Girl, we can't put him up there without his chamomile.
across the street to the store and get something. What time? Oh, Lord, it's late, but we can get this done. We can get it done.
Miranda, church is about to start in an hour. You need to calm down some.
By the time we finish all this, it will be past time for church to start. Look, we're already late because you two wanted to drag your feet this morning. Just go hang out with your little deacon friends. Let me handle this.
So, you think she's gonna show?
She sounded serious, did she? Did she sound serious to you?
Hey, you gotta grab a hold of yourself.
Okay. She probably won't even come until service starts. I should just do what Miranda said and go back there with the deacons till church starts. And if she do come in, I'll be seated in the front.
Dad,
I try not to turn my head the whole service. I just wait till it's time to meet the guests, and I'll walk up to it like a normal.
Dad,
How do you do, Minister Sarabi? Me? I'm fine. I haven't been thinking about you all night long. I got so much on my plate, I can't be helplessly and hopelessly.
Dad, she's right there.
Jesus. Why are they talking to her like that?
Dad, there's something I haven't told you yet.
Please don't tell me she's married. She's not married, right? Please don't tell me she's married.
She's not married, but you are though.
Okay, I can handle anything else as long as she's not married.
She used to be a minister here.
What?
Yeah, she used to be a minister here. I don't know what happened, but a few years ago, Bishop put her out.
What?
Yeah, you've been ranting and raving about her so much, I really didn't know the best time to tell you.
So you figure right now, when we're in a church and she's here to tell me this?
I really didn't think she'd show. She made it sound like she'd never come back to this church when I talked to her.
I can't believe you.
She must really like you.
I can't believe you. You really think she likes me?
Dad, you gotta grab a hold of yourself, okay? You're a middle-aged, married man talking like a love-struck high school.
God.
You got to put yourself together.
God. Look at her.
Dad, take her somewhere, okay? Ask her if she wanna go get something to eat and just go, okay? Don't stay here.
I gotta go over there. I just have to go over there.
Dad, if you stay here, it's gonna get ugly.
Hi, stranger.
How are you?
I've been better.
My son just decided to tell me that you have some history in this place.
I think I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm very welcome here.
That's not true. You're very welcome.
I think you're speaking for yourself.
What? I'm not enough?
So what? I'm supposed to stay here and ignore all the dirty looks folks are giving me.
Just focus on me. That way we'll be even.
Even how?
Because I can't get my eyes off of you. So, will you stay and just focus on me?
I think I can do that.
Brother Kwame, your wife needs you in the... Oh! Whoa, Jesus, what are you doing here?
I was invited. It's nice to see you too, Helen. We should get together sometime so I can poison your communion bread.
I see you still got the devil up in you, honey.
And you're just full of the love of Christ.
Brother, Deacon Kwame, what are you doing with this woman?
She's my guest. I invited her, and I would appreciate it if you showed her some respect.
Oh, no, I'll be back.
Thanks for standing up for me.
Why wouldn't I? You're my guest.
And how does your wife feel about that?
I'm sorry. I should have told you. Please don't go.
And while we're when you came to my church. Delonte, it's funny. He didn't mention he even had a stepmother. But I'm a smart girl. I figured it out.
And you still wanted to see me?
I'm here, Honor.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, I don't know what it is, Mr. Walton. There's something about you.
You can't shake me? Even though you know you should?
How did you know?
I feel the same way.
I know this is wrong, but I don't know what to do.
Let's start by getting out of here.
Church is gonna start soon, isn't it?
They can survive without me for one Sunday. Let's go somewhere, maybe even get some breakfast.
Are you asking me on a date during church?
Dad! I'm just taking my son's advice. We have a lot to talk about, and I don't think here in the church is a proper place.
Yeah. Helen, she's liable to bring her old mom back. It wouldn't be so bad, but there's just one person here who, if I saw her, I'd probably lose my cool.
Dad, you got it? Who is that?
The woman that got me kicked out of this church. You know, it's been years, but I still think about punching her in the jaw sometimes. She probably doesn't even go here anymore.
The hell I don't.
Oh, crap.
What are you doing here?
Someone told me about some trash that needed to be taken out.
Moran. You know, I wondered what I would do if I ever saw you again.
Really? And was seducing my husband a part of your master plan?
You're married to Miranda? I guess I was wrong about you. You really are an idiot.
I want you out of this church now.
It never got through that psychotic brain of yours. This church doesn't belong to you. This place belongs to God.
Well, God told me to tell you to get the hell out.
What's wrong with you? You can't.
What the hell is wrong with you? I turned my back for 2 seconds to do the Lord's work and you in here talking to Jezebel.
You ain't no damn Lord talking to me like that.
Miranda, look, let me explain.
Explain what, you little devil worshiper. None of this ever happened until you turned your back on the faith. Now you come back to Jesus now, or you take your demons and get the hell on.
Well, that is your own stepson.
Because I'm solid in the word of Christ, you tramp. I stand strong for my God in any situation.
I don't care who the hell you stand strong for. Don't you ever talk to my son.
I will talk to him any way I damn well please. I am the Lord to speak the truth to God.
Miranda, you are a lunatic. You're a raving lunatic. I'm surprised you don't have folks in here ready to drink the Kool-Aid.
Why is she here? Will someone please explain to me why this witch is here?
Because I invited her.
We invited her.
Then I will deal with you two later. But as for now, you may officially consider yourself uninvited.
She's not going anywhere.
You would dare humiliate me in the house of God? In front of my church family? How dare you? So what, you like this false prophetess? You're drawn to her and is the devil. Everything she stands for, all her false teachings, her backwards theology, it is all from the devil. Do you really think God would send you someone to help you break up your marriage? No. Marriage is of God. When we took our vows, we made a promise to God, not to each other. Why would God send you someone to help you break a promise you made to him? He wouldn't. But you know who would. Come on, Kwame, you're not stupid. Put two and two together. This woman has a demonic spirit in her, and it is trying to break our marriage apart.
God, Miranda, are you on crack?
Let me guess. You went to pick Delante up from that pagan church in the ghetto, and that's where you met Sarai. Your son opened himself up to demonic spirits when he turned his back on Jesus. And where was he led? Straight to Sarai, whom you just happen to be attracted to, even though you're married.
I don't believe you.
You do believe me. Oh, you believe me because it makes perfect sense. This is all the devil.
Listen, Kwame, please. You have got to listen to me. You know I'm not possessed. You know I'm not a demon. You've been to my church. You've seen my entire congregation. You know I'm not possessed.
Ooh, Father, in the name of Jesus, I ask that you send this demon back to the pits of hell, never to return again.
This is exactly what happened the last time. She's the reason my own father turned his back on me. You have to.
Father, right now, I ask that you let Kwame know there can never be any other woman before me. I am his wife.
Kwame.
It's dead! 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 What in God's name?
Bishop, we have some strong demons at work in this place today. We need to lay hands.
Y'all people, come with me to my home. The rest of y'all praise and worship, but starting the sanctuary. About 15 minutes. Sister Miranda, could you wait out here a minute, please?
But Bishop, I think I deserve the chance.
Sister Miranda, please, just wait out here. Brother Delante, I thought I told you not to tell Minister Scruggs where you got the information from.
I know you did, Bishop. I'm sorry. I was going to tell you.
Why? Why didn't you want me to know?
Sister Robin, please. It's been a long time. I didn't know.
You didn't know what? You didn't know how to come back and face the person that you kicked out of your church?
Sister Robin, please.
I think I should go.
Delante, you stay. It's about time somebody heard the truth.
Don't you understand? I didn't know what else to do.
You didn't?
I think I should go. Because obviously there's some romantic history here.
Delonte, sit down.
No.
Sit down. Bishop, you know what I think is so funny? The fact that you send money to my house all the time. But you know what I do with that money? I use it to put some of my members through rehab.
Yeah, that sounds like something we would do.
But you know what? You know what I think about every time I see one of those envelopes? I think, wow. He knows where I live. He knows where I go to sleep every night and wake up every morning, but he still hasn't come to see me.
Swami, please, don't you understand? I had to stand there and watch you walk out.
But you never said a word. You never called for me to come back. You never even tried to work things out. I prayed. Every single step I took, I prayed. But I guess some things were just more important, right?
I've prayed for you. Every night I've prayed for you.
I'm sorry, I can't say the same.
I think I should go.
Tell him.
Tell me what?
He knows what I'm talking about.
What good would that do?
You asked me what you could do to fix this, and I'm telling you. Tell him.
He is just a kid. I don't see how.
Tell him.
Sarabi, she's my daughter.
She's your what?
She's my daughter. She's my
You kicked your own daughter out of your own church?
Say, it's complicated. It's things you don't understand.
Then you tell him. You tell him everything.
Son, about 10 years ago, Sarabi came and found me. We were just a small church back then. We was having services in the high school auditorium. We had so little money, I didn't even bother to collect the salary. Just put all the money back into the church. Anyway, she found me and she told me I was her father. And at first I didn't believe her, but then she told me who her mother was and where she was from, and it started to make sense. And finally, we went and got a blood test.
So, you didn't even know you had a daughter?
Sarabi's mother was the first girlfriend I ever had. I never even had the chance to tell her. She never even had the chance to tell me she was pregnant. I told her I was moving up north, and she told me she was staying. I packed up all my things, and I left without her. Eventually, I just got up here, started my church, started a family, left my whole life behind.
So, what's that got to do with anything?
I didn't know how my congregation would take it if they knew I had a daughter out of wedlock, son. And we were struggling just to stay in a high school auditorium. I knew she had been ordained down south. So I asked her to keep our bloodline a secret and just brought her into the church ministry. For a while, she was like my right hand. She would preach sermons and teach Bible studies. And for a while, it was perfect. And the night when everybody left, we talked about her mother, how things were back home, and how proud I was to be a father again. For a long time, it was perfect.
Then what happened?
stepmother.
You figures.
Your stepmother was one of the earliest members. She was coming when we were having services in each other's living room. But one day she comes to me, she says she got this elaborate plan on how to bring more members into the church. I say, okay. Before I know it, my service is being broadcast over the radio. And people just started pouring in. Money was everywhere. Contractors was called. A couple $1 million later, we moved into this beautiful building right here. She didn't understand that our congregation was changing. So Robbie got a call in to help the downtrodden. That's not what our new congregation wanted of. Holiday events in a banquet hall. Or nationally known choirs. That's what the new congregation like. We had to cater to them. You know, we used to feed the homeless, son.
What's that got to do with anything?
Every Sunday. We used to feed the homeless. So Robert oversaw the whole thing. And one day, your stepmother came in with a petition signed by the 10 highest tithers in the church. She said that the feeding ministry should be stopped for public health reasons. So Robert begged me not to it. I took one look at the names on that petition, and I scrapped the ministry.
What?
So Robert burst out of my office, ran down to the fellowship hall, and they just stepped my mouth something horrible. I mean, horrible. In front of the whole church, too. I should have known then.
Know what, Bishop?
That one day while my father and I were in this office, Miranda burst in with 10 other people behind her. She was holding another petition. This one was for me to be kicked out of the church. She had signatures from more than half of the congregation, along with a promise that if I were not gone by the end of service that Sunday, all those who had signed that petition would move their membership to Greater Mount Hope.
Robbie,
You know, at first I laughed. You remember Dad? I laughed so hard because I just thought this woman was crazy. There was no way she could have known that Bishop was my father.
Robbie, please.
But then I saw your face. I saw your eyes go over every name on that petition.
Every name, Bishop?
And when you looked up, I knew what you were going to do.
I am so sorry.
I don't need your apologies. I've got no place to put them.
I got no excuse. I saw all my dreams collapse with that petition.
Well, Bishop, I don't know why you did it. You would have still had your church. She couldn't have got everybody to sign the petition.
I still had a church, but
But what, Dad?
I don't imagine you've ever been poor, son.
What's that got to do with anything?
Back down south, we were so poor, sometimes we just sit around the dinner table and cry. It's me, my mama, my brothers, all of us. I was the oldest, it was hardest on me. When I moved up here, I said I would never let that happen again.
What So you chose your church over your own daughter.
I thought it was the only way to keep what God gave me. I really don't have nothing else to say, son.
I guess you don't, Bishop. I think I should go. You two got a lot of talking.
Thanks, Delonte.
You thanking me? For what?
Bishop, I'm sorry to disturb you, but the police are outside.
Police? For what?
They said there's been an accident about 10 blocks away. Some people driving by said they knew who car it was. They said it belonged to Deacon Kwame.
What? My dad?
Kwame's hurt?
I don't know. They just sent me in to get the bishop.
What? Hold on now. Where's Sister Miranda?
She left about 15 minutes ago. She seemed pretty upset. I think she overheard something you guys were talking about.
So was Miranda in the car?
No. No. Was anybody hurt? Was anybody killed?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Delonte. But the way they describe it, I just don't know.
So it's either Kwame or Miranda?
No. It wasn't my dad. He left way before any of this could ever happen. I know it wasn't him.
But how long ago did the crash happen?
I don't know. Look, let's just
I gotta go.
Just go.
I gotta go.
Did they say anything?
Lonzie was the first one to get here. He got the full report.
Delonte, what did they say?
He's a little shaken up right now. He's going to need some time.
Is there anything I can do? We got all-night visuals going on back at the church. Some holy and righteous people are going on their knees to be better than Dante. Oh, don't you worry about a thing. God is going to show up if he got to ride in on that talking donkey from Shrek.
Wow, really?
Hi guys, Dr. T sent me down to check on all of you. She'll be down in just a few minutes.
Chris, I don't know if you remember me.
Yes, Minister Sarami from the counselor's office. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. How are you?
I am doing very well. You know, I don't hide being gay from anyone anymore. I am comfortable with myself finally.
Excuse me?
Bishop, are you still uncomfortable around homosexuals?
No, it's 2012. Follow me.
Dr. T should be done in just a few moments if you have any questions.
All right, everybody. Guess all we can do now is gay.